Hello, I'm Jack Gearhart, the CEO of US Sailing, and this is Romy. Yes, the same dog that you saw 2 weeks ago. She just keeps getting bigger and bigger. She wanted to say hello and hope you all are doing well. I think wants to get outside right now, losing patience. But anyway, she wanted to say hi. So this past week, we had a busy week. We had some great sessions on the Starboard Portal, including a leadership forum that featured Donna Sue Marks, Graham Beal, and Matt Duggan talking about race management considerations for organizations as they get back out on the water. A lot of good information there. We're going to be following that up in a week or so with another group of panelists that'll be talking about some considerations for smaller clubs that are getting back out on the water as well. Later this week, we are going to be featuring program directors from across the country that are going to be talking about sort of COVID-19 FAQs and their programs that they've adjusted and modified to get their sailing programs up and running. This past week in Scuttlebutt, there was a great piece written by our very own board secretary, Martine Zarinkis, and she talked about the Memorial Day Regatta at the Augusta Sailing Club, which is a small club on a lake that borders South Carolina and Georgia. It was an event that they modified, focusing on family and single-handed sailing. They also had a night of social distance camping involved. It sounded like it was a great time. They had over 50 boats from e-scows to sunfish and lasers, all sailing under the Portsmouth Yardstick, which turned out to be very successful. Speaking of the Portsmouth Yardstick, Nathan Titcomb from our offshore office, who handles all our handicapping services, is working with the Royal Yachting Association, our counterpart in the UK, to adapt their platform for the Portsmouth Yardstick here in this country. They have a system that's a couple generations advanced than ours, and they're going to be letting us implement that here. It's going to make data collection, data management, and handicapping much easier. So stay tuned. We hope to have that up and running at some point this summer. And we are looking for some volunteers that would be interested in helping with that. So if you're interested, please contact Nathan in the office. It should be a really appropriate tool to use, especially in these times as we're getting back out on the water. The sailing team has been busy. Our athletes are continuing to be creative as they start to sail again, dealing with the requirements and policies and procedures in their local areas. Dane Wilson and Nevin Snow have been using GoPros and Velocitex to capture data and then sharing that with their coaches for some remote coaching sessions, which are proving to be very successful. Steph Roble is sailing in Miami with Dave Hughes and Anna Weiss, doing some cross-training and finding it really useful to sail with some athletes that she hasn't sailed with a lot before, as well as using some different equipment. They said they're being really creative to get back out on the water and use whatever resources are available. As we know, junior sailing across the country is being impacted significantly. Many of the major regattas have either been postponed or canceled, including many of our JOs and all of our national junior championships. Sailing is going local this summer, and I think there's going to be some positives coming out of that. To support that, the education, youth, Olympic and marketing departments at US Sailing are working on some innovative approaches and to take advantage of some of these opportunities to engage young sailors both on the water and off the water. These programs will be, more information will be coming out about them over the next couple of weeks, so please stay tuned for that. Finally, I know we're all anxious to get back out on the water, and it's happening at different paces across the country. As a former Commodore and also observing all the discussions that are going on currently, there's a lot of different opinions on how to do it. There's people that are cautious. There are people that are extremely enthusiastic, wanting to get back to the norm. So a lot of different approaches to how things should be done. And the leaders of all our local sailing organizations are dealing with a multitude of challenges, of risks, and demands, requests. Things change by the day, and it's a really tough job in the leadership of these organizations. So I just ask that you have patience be positive, be collaborative, and work with these leaders as they work to get everything back up and running again. So I want to thank all of you, our members, our volunteers, our supporters, for standing beside us as we move forward, providing resources and support as we work to get sailing going again in this country. I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.